creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for Creative Week 75. I wanted to start out this week by having a little chat with you guys. I'll try to keep it short, but I have some exciting things to share with you. I cannot believe it is September 1st. 2018 has absolutely flown by. It has been insane. For those of you that may remember, I started a Patreon back in, I think it was June, and it's been super fun. There's a Facebook group and other great things, and me and the ladies over there are having a fantastic time. They're helping support me in my channel to upgrade things. So, for instance, this mic that I'm talking into was funded by patrons, as well as the editing software that I'm getting better at using. So that has been really fun, but I'm telling you this because I have added a new tier and it relates to the Creative Week videos. So I have a pen pal and a patron and a creative peep. Her name is Jamie, and she suggested in her last letter to me that I do something Creative Week related on Patreon, because that's you guys' favorite content, and I love making them. So I've added another tier to Patreon, the $10 tier, where each week on Sunday instead of Saturday, patrons in that tier or above will get a little mini Creative Week video, so extra snippets of things that I've done throughout the week, like exclusive to Patreon. So I'm really excited to do that. I have also introduced coupon codes to the top two tiers. So the Happy Meal tier gets a coupon code for my Etsy shop, as well as the $15 tier, which are the super peeps. So if you're interested in checking any of that out or getting extra Creative Week content, you can visit my Patreon page, which is linked below and often in a little card thing at the end of the video. You also get access to all of the back content on there. So anything that I've posted since I have started my Patreon is on there for you to watch. I often do that after I subscribe to new creators. I love to go back and watch the previous content that they've put out, and that gives you a little bit of flavor of what's coming. I also started doing a printable on there, which is really fun. I printed one out but don't know where I put it. But I'll show you. It kind of looks like this. I do freebies on there sometimes, like bonus things, but this month there is a calendar. You get the one with all of my posts that I'm doing, and you also get a blank one to print at any size and fill out for yourself. So those are really fun. So I just wanted to share those things with you, those updates, pardon me, and I also wanted to thank everyone for a wonderful Etsy release. All of the Bohemian journals are gone, but there are still other things there for you. I do plan on making some Halloween spooky related journals that I hope to get out as soon as I can this month. So you may see me working on those in future Creative Week videos. Who knows? So, with all that being said, let's jump into all of the things that I did this week. Okay, so obviously this week, since I was working on my Etsy release, there were a lot of Etsy related things that I was doing. I can't kind of vlog a lot of the things that I do because obviously I need my phone to do them, like things like take product photos, or, you know, making listings. That's not very exciting to vlog, but anyway. So I thought it'd be fun to show you me finishing up some of the Bohemian journals that I had released. So they were all bound and everything at this point. I was just putting in the finishing touches and adding ephemera and things like that. So I thought it'd be fun to show you guys a little bit of that. So I had sewn the fabric. There we go. Classic voiceover yawn. I had already kind of decided what I wanted in each journal. I had just gathered them together and put them in different piles, and then kind of supplemented with other things. So I'd already sewn all the fabric tabs on the journal cards that I had wanted to add. So I just had to decide where to put them. I had some ephemera that came with the digital kit that I used. So I had slipped those in, and then I just added a few other things to my stash, like tags or vintage flashcards. I think I added some playing cards and stuff like that. I also added, as you'll see at the beginning of each journal, the little pocket that I like to put there. It's just a nice intro into the journal, like a book you borrowed from the library. I love putting library cards in it. It's usually where I write, you know, when I started the journal and when I ended the journal. It just makes a nice, fun, decorative thing in the front. You could store things in it if you wanted to, but it's just something I really like to add there. And then I made like a little collage on the front with some extra fabric and one of the ephemera pieces. So that was me finishing one of them, and then I'm going to work on this one. This one, I really didn't want to cover up that gorgeous paper on the left there with the little, the little carriage thing, why can't I think of that? It's not a caravan. It's not a trailer. I don't know. My brain not working. But you know what it is. I didn't want to cover it up. So I decided to put my library pocket on the inside page instead, and I did a little bit of distressing on it to fancy it up a little bit and stick it in the front there. And as always, that's my favorite score tape that I'm using, which is always linked in the description box below. Soon I'm going to put together a little collection on Amazon, so you could just click on one link and then see all of my favorite products instead of getting bombarded with them in the description box. And I'm really excited to put that together for you guys. So if there's a category or something that you've been wondering about, let me know and I'll add it to that. And of course I'll let you guys know when that finally appears in the description box. But it's one of my projects for this coming month. I have lots of projects that I'm working on, but yeah. So just continuing to stuff the pockets. You'll see I added some tarot cards and stuff in with this one. These were so much fun to make, and I'm super excited to start working on my Halloween themed ones, and I know you guys are excited too. You requested it. Alright, so it is Tuesday. My entire life this week consists of Etsy. And while I love doing that, I'm a little over the Etsy at the moment. I need to keep working on it because I'm on a time crunch, but I also want to go outside and sit in the sun for a little bit. It is gorgeous out, and the weather is going to turn not so gorgeous pretty soon here, so I really want to sit outside and journal for a bit. So I'm going to lay down some color because, again, I need to just play for a minute. So I figured I would take you along real quick for this impromptu real-time creative week bit. So I've been watching Art Journal Girl. She just recently started a YouTube channel, and I'm pretty much obsessed with her watercolor palettes. There's just something about it that's just so yummy, and it really makes me want to use my watercolors. So I'd also really like to, I feel like I said this recently, but I'm going to say it again. I'd really like to take this out and like just put magnets on my pans and put them in the bottom. I don't know if it would work well because of like the rivets, the wells here and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. I'll either love it or hate it, so that's kind of what's going on here. I don't know if this watercolor that I've just laid down is ever going to dry because it's really humid, but we're going to hope so. I forgot to bring over my rag, of course. I poured this water, oh my god, I poured that watercolor in there like forever ago. And it never dried. It's alright. It'll have plenty of time to dry during the main winter, I'm sure. So, I have like tons of photos I still need to catch up on. And tons that I need to print, of course. I literally have not journaled anything since the last time you saw me in a Creative Week video. So, let's see if we can stick some stuff in here real quick. This went with this day here. I feel like that was probably the problem. I feel like I need to write before I put any more photos in. I don't know why, but that's just where we're at. So the other, do I have like a scrap piece of paper I can put here? These are my specs for the Etsy stuff that I'm making listings for right now, so we'll just put that there. Here is where I want to add some color. Not gonna mess with those today. Let's do some sunshine, since I'm going to be out in the sunshine, hopefully here in a minute. Everybody's like, it's so hot out there, you're so lucky you're inside. And I'm like, but I want to be outside so bad. So, we're going to stop whining about it and actually do it. Because whining is not cute and it never got anybody anywhere. Or anywhere good, that is. I hope your week is going well and that you have, you know, found a little pocket of time for yourself to do something that you enjoy. I'm trying to take Thursday off again. I'm gonna try and make that like a regular thing, so that is one reason why I am so rushed on this Etsy thing. Well, not really, because the release is Thursday, so that doesn't matter so much. But I need to do the take 5. That is going to be a mission later on, because that's on Friday. And then of course Creative Week videos on Saturday. And I still need to restructure Patreon. Busy. And I'm working my day job all day tomorrow, so, and Friday. So that kind of kills that. But yeah. So I'm gonna let this dry. And I'm gonna go outside and journal for a little bit. Thank you for hanging out with me for like 5 seconds. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure I'll see you guys. You'll see future Leanne. Well, it'll be past Leanne. But future, in the future, how does that work? So to me, it's future Leanne in this moment, but it will have been past Leanne by the time you see it. So, I'll see you later. So, funny thing about that journal page, I never actually journaled. I went outside and I sat down and I don't remember what I did, but I didn't journal. But the color's there for when I decide to. So, this is me continuing the project that you guys saw yesterday. I did some cards for the Take 5 challenge. If you missed it, I will leave it linked in a card up above. So this is me kind of finishing some of those. I did do those in real time for the Take 5, so I didn't want to do all of them in that video, but I wanted to make some more because these are going to the patrons in my Happy Mail tier this month, and I have more than 2, so but anyway, just making those. So I'm doing kind of the same thing. I'm layering the map pages. With some tea-dye paper and a flower photo of flowers that I took from my yard. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making these. I love collaging, and it was just like a super quick card that looked really interesting. And I actually wouldn't have decided to put these elements together if it wasn't for the Take 5 challenge. So definitely like it for that. I also, yeah, I don't know, just really cool. It was a fun project. I kind of want to make more actually, to send to some pen pals and stuff, some of my non-Patreon pen pals. I thought that would be super fun, so I might make some of those. They would also make really cool journaling cards, or just an overall page. But yeah, this one I didn't use a big piece of map. I used a piece of the tea-dye paper instead, and then just some of the scraps that I had from the other map pages. And I thought that worked out well. It's funny, I don't usually use tea-dye paper to layer. I should more often. I have this thing, I guess because it takes so long to do the tea dyeing process, that even though it's just printer paper with tea on it, it's like this holy grail stuff that you have to like ration. I don't know what it is. It's kind of funny. I think it's because it's such a time investment to make it, but I don't know. So I kind of did the same thing here. I used the washi tape as more of a big element, and then used the scraps of the other paper to kind of supplement that a little bit. And I put that photo on upside down, which in the end I guess didn't really matter, but you know. And there we go. Seriously, that Dina Way paint is like my favorite ever. I just can't get enough of it. It's something about the consistency of it, I think. And then I've just found some more words here. They were from Hobby Lobby, I think. And then last but not least, this is me working on the calendar for Patreon. I do draw it totally by hand. So what I do is I draw the calendar by hand. This is a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen, and so I make all the blocks and I make the calendar, and then I scan it blank so that I can give it to my patrons so they can use it as like a calendar, obviously. And then I take it back out of the scanner, finish putting in all of the my scheduling, my posts that blah 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 blah. Back up. So I take it out of the scanner, and then I write in all of the things that I'm going to be posting on Patreon for that month, on what day, for what tier. And then I rescan it again so that they can have that as well. Now, if you are one of my pen pals, you would have seen these leaf things like a bajillion times. I draw them on my envelopes quite often, but I decided to put them on this month's calendar because I'm not ready to let go of summer yet, but I'm not super like into fall yet, but I know a lot of people are. So I chose the yellow as like a middle ground. So it's kind of summery, kind of fall-y. And then this is a close-up of all the cards that I did because I thought you guys might want to see some of those up close. Love the layering, so yummy. And that is it for this video, you guys. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon to see the new content that I posted. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you to all my current patrons, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.